I think these two ties over these two legs against Manchester City, they found that they can defend the box comfortably. They're comfortable sitting in and waiting for teams to come at them. Go round us, you ain't going to come through the middle of us. We've got two banks of 4 or 5. You aren't coming through the middle. You won't penetrate the central areas. But then when we get it, we've got the confidence, the utmost belief in our front three to go and cause devastation up the other end of the pitch. And this tie, 5-1 against undoubtedly the best team in the league this year, convincing 5-1, beating. Phenomenal display from this Liverpool team.
Well done, Manchester City, Frank. They gave it a go in the first half. It could have been different. Obviously, they're very unlucky with a disallowed goal before half-time.
Yeah, well, I think the damage was done at Anfield. They gave themselves a really tough mountain to climb tonight. They approached the game brilliantly in the first half. Energy, kept Liverpool pinned back in their own half. The only thing they didn't do was really do the damage in the box like we've seen them do at earlier points in the season. That link-up play was there to a degree, but when they got in the box, Liverpool were there to defend it. They couldn't find their little slip passes. They ended up trying to cross the ball a bit too much, and with Jesus up front against Van Dijk and Lovren, it's always going to be difficult. And it seems to me like their performance has slightly just petered out. It happens. They've been brilliant all season. Sometimes you get to a point in the season where your form dips, important players' forms dip, and they've come up against a team that are on a high, and they're all performing.
Jurgen Klopp, another victory over Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, he seems to have his card. Great record against them. I think this Liverpool team, with the arrival of Van Dijk, have found a big piece of the jigsaw. I think they've always looked dangerous going forward under Jurgen since the moment he come in the door. They've always looked threatening. They've always took the game to opposition teams, but they've had a weakness, and everyone's been criticising them at the back. I think the arrival of Van Dijk has had such a big lift on everyone else around him. You could see him cajoling the back four today, organising everyone. He's lifted Lovren. He's helping the two full-backs out immensely, and I think he's even helping the goalkeeper. So the piece of that jigsaw is massive.
We talked before the game, Rio, about the massive gamble he paid tonight, Pep Guardiola. In the first half, they were very dominant and it looked good, but it always looked like it was a real gamble.
Yeah, but I think you've seen in previous years, over the last couple of years, since the end of his Barcelona tenure and then Bayern Munich, when he goes out at this stage or semi-final stage of the tournament, they go out with big numbers against him. So the way he plays is risky, and I think the top games, you've got to play with an element of risk sometimes to win the big competitions, and he does that, and he's come unstuck today. But what I would say about Klopp, I think the credit has to go to him, and what he does is another manager who improves players. Chamberlain comes reignited, Salah, different player, Mane's been brilliant again this season, Firmino, Robertson, the left back from Hull, producing at this stage, looking comfortable, and the young lad Trent Alexander-Arnold was phenomenal today.